All right, thank you everybody for joining us on this live stream. We're coming to you from the heart of the Space Needle. We're here at AIE Seattle, and I'm Andrew Burnell, your the event officer here, and I am here to check in with one of our students, Ben, one of our game designers. Hello, Ben. You
Hello,
guys.
hello.
All right. Yeah, you won't be privy to our B reel. The bloopers won't be shown tonight. So we do appreciate you joining in, and this will be exciting. We'll be able to get a really good glimpse at one of the games that everyone's talking about here in the hallways, and it's the Beast of Bladder Ranch. And Ben, why don't we go ahead and just kind of jump right in? Why don't you walk through a little bit of how you became a game designer? Um, what's the last game you beat? That's most importantly. And tell you what, who do you consider the best gamer in your class this year? Go for it.
All right. Hello, guys. My name is Benedict, one of the year two 2026 game designers production student in AIE. So, yeah, what made me want to be a designer? Well, the one thing that I really, really wanted to know when I was a kid, when I was a wee bit lad, was that how are people making these worlds? Like, what
Nice.
comes into creating a world like, let's say, Elden Ring or Dark Souls or Crash Bandicoot, even?
Yeah.
So I took it upon myself to, AIE and said, "Hey guys, can I try making a game too and learn from you guys?" And AIE basically said, "Yes, you're welcome to come into AIE and join us."
Great.
And
Yeah.
that's basically where I went to.
That's where it
And
began. Awesome.
yeah.
Go
And
ahead.
then you also had a question about what game I've been liking. Is that it?
Yeah. What's the last game you beat?
Oh,
Myself, I play a lot of games, but beating them is a whole another thing. My two boys that play a lot of games they beat any game they pick up. But yeah, I always love to know what's the last game that you beat.
ooh. I don't know if I could consider it beating it, but I've been playing a lot of an extraction shooter game called Marathon.
Very
I've been
cool.
playing
I've
it
heard of that.
quite a lot, and it puts you into a blender. That game,
Nice.
it's very hardcore,
He likes
very
the
very
pain of it.
hardcore. Yeah,
Very
it's
cool.
but it's very very fun. And I also played some single player games like Resident Evil 9.
Oh,
That
that's a good one.
one's really
Yeah,
good.
top notch.
Requiem, such a good game.
Awesome.
Uh,
Awesome. All right. Well, tell you what, I don't want to waste any more time. Do you want to kind of jump right into the game? Show us a little bit about, where you're at right now. What's the deadline you have coming up, and yeah, what you're doing on the game.
yeah, so let's switch into the game here.
Perfect.
Um, This is called Beast
Oh,
of Bladder
nice.
Ranch, as was said earlier. This is a game about you interacting with the beasts via doing mini games depending from beast to beast. And then whenever you complete the task of completing the mini games, you get rewarded. Basically, this is the current world that we have in this game.
Love the look of it.
So yeah, I our artists are amazing at doing stuff like
Yeah.
this. One of the things that I've been working on in this game specifically is that I'm basically the junior producer, which makes sure that everyone is doing their tasks accordingly.
Perfect.
I've also kind of designed the way we create structures in this game, in which let me try and get in the level here. Just one moment. So yeah, this is the ranch here,
Nice.
and you would need to interact with these nodes, and then it would allow you to, you know, construct the building according to the nodes or plots that you see here in this game. So let's try making one. Let's make a storage area real quick, and there you go. You'll be able to have a storage, and you'll
Very
be able to
cool.
put in your stuff in. Like we have a system here for the inventory and the storage and stuff like that. So I talked about Beasts of Bladder Ranch. Well, where are the beasts in Bladder
That's what
Ranch?
I was thinking, right?
So if you if you look to the side here, this is one of the beasts that we have. They're called smudge tusks, and the smudge tusks are mole-like creatures from where they're horns are glowing, and that's the material that we want to get from the smudge dust.
Love
Um,
this.
just, just for an example, the mini game that we have for the smudge dust is you interact with this signpost, and then the smudge dust will be put into different areas in the game, and you would need to interact with them to do a certain mini game. It's basically what Simon says is so you interact with it,
Very cool.
and then you would need to follow the notes that appear on top of their head. So it's left, down, down, left. And then, yeah, if you've successfully done the minigame, and the beast will
Yep.
start following you around, as you can see here.
I love that. Is this the is it a multi-level game or is it the one level? Yeah, how many levels do you have to this?
Yeah, so instead of using the term levels in this game,
Yeah.
we've separated the game into different areas. So we would
Ah,
have the first area where the player would start learning the basics of the game from creating structures, buildings, building up plots, interacting with the initial beasts, and then we would introduce different areas that they can unlock later as they continually play the game. As you can
awesome.
see, we're still working at it.
Yep.
We plan to have at least 4/3 different areas that the player can, interact the beasts with. And just one of
Okay.
the examples of the beast here is the fluff sheep.
I love
It's
that.
very alien-like sheep that I would like people to see later on. Right now, it's still being
Yeah.
processed, so
Yeah, I got to save some for the release, right?
it's a sneak peek for now.
Awesome. Now, was there a certain inspiration for this game? Did you guys kind of pattern it after something else you played, or just kind of came up with this idea and ran with it?
Yeah, so I wasn't actually the one who initially pitched this game.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
love the idea of being able to work on a game that I can constantly develop, constantly put new things to it so that
Yeah.
whenever the players, let's say the players finish the game for after playing for a week, 2 weeks, a month, then the
Yeah.
next coming month, my team, the team that I have, will put in more stuff into the game so that the player can be like, oh, there's new stuff in this game. They can check it
Yeah.
out, play it, and see how much fun there is to this game.
Awesome. That
Um, yeah,
yeah. That's I was just going to say that's great for design and great for the marketing aspect of it as well. You
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about continuing to to expand on the game you have. I'm curious of what was kind of the hardest thing that you came across so far in building this game. Was it learning a new tool? Was it a certain animation that it was took a lot more time than you guys thought?
Mm. At least for me, right?
Yeah.
The one thing that's been super hard that we had to learn as a team was the constant communication between the team
Mm,
members from the different disciplines, from the art, the design, and the programming. It's something that you will need to constantly improve on, constantly work on, because if one person doesn't completely understand what you want for the vision and intention of the game,
yeah.
they're gonna have a hard time working with everyone else. And as one of the producers slash designers of this game, I have to make sure that everyone in the team understands that hey, this is Bladder Ranch. We're focusing on trying to make mini games so that it's something that the players can play later. And it's a world where we interact with different beasts. And there's a ranch that we find the beasts in. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, perfect. No, that's a great answer. Great answer. Um, see here. Now you're at this stage of the project. What are you guys? What's the end goal? How much time do you have to go ahead and get this game ready to release to the masses?
Ooh, okay. In terms of release, the goal that we want to do is to have some kind of early access for the game so that players can immediately try it out at around maybe around June 26th, July 1st, around those
Okay.
times. By that time, we should have
Sounds
most
June.
of the things that we want to work on the game and have them
Okay.
be playable for the players.
Got it. So that's right around the corner. And this week, I'm curious, what were you doing 2 hours ago working on the game?
Actually, as of the recording of this, we were currently working on the alpha stage of the game. So all you see right now is just all alpha. And then for the past 4 weeks, me and my team have been doing mini game jams so that we could come up with different mini games that the players will play so that they can interact with the beast. So right now, one of the examples
Okay.
was the sheep. Um, if you could give me a moment here.
Yeah.
One of the mini games that we have for this sheep is that you would be able to roll the sheep around and collect the stars. So as you can see here, I would roll the sheep into the stars and they get stuck into the sheep. And the more stars that you interact, the more stars that you put onto the sheep, the more rewards that you'll be able to get later, called the star fluff, which is basically the wool that you get from the sheep.
That's awesome. I love that. It reminds me, I had a neighbor that had a goat that was always pregnant, and it rolled around basically everywhere. I've never seen goats do that before, but it was very much similar to that.
Yes.
Okay, very cool. See here, guy. Outside of that, I love it. I think we're at a point to where we. What I'm excited about is that we do have an open house coming up. That is going to be April 25th, and right on campus, and we'll be able to show a sneak peek of the game. You'll be able to, kind of start the buzz in the industry for it, and it's definitely one of the better ones I've seen at this point. And Ben, I'm just so happy to have you on our little live stream here. Walk us through it. We're excited to see more of it, and we can look forward to a release date in the near future if it's going to be summertime. Summertime about. Yep.
Yeah, I can't wait for
Perfect.
people to try it out. I can't wait.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you so much, Ben, and thank you everybody for tuning in. This has been another live stream, and definitely do not hesitate to reach out to AIE. This is where all the magic happens, and we'd just love to show you what's behind the curtain. So, hope you have a good night. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you at our open house April 25th.